I would like to now join our Dr. Mohamed Al-Shaaban in the Muharraq Governorate to tell us more about what's happening. Dr. Mohamed, what's happening in Muharraq Governorate? Tell me all about it. How has your morning been so far?
Well, I've spent most of my morning basically driving around the Muharraq Governorate. I personally casted my vote at the general polling station at the Bahrain International Airport, and then I came to the Sheikh Khalifa Institute of Technology. Now, I would like to share my experience as a Bahraini citizen who cast his vote, who practiced his democratic right on this day, on this glorious day, to say the least. Basically, the process is very smooth sailing. I went into the general polling station at the Bahrain International Airport. You walk in, you choose the line that corresponds to your governorate. We now have 4 governorates, as you know, the Muharraq, capital, northern and southern governorate. The organizers are extremely helpful. You present your data. It's very important to have your passport and your smart card with you. Once your data is checked, you then are given 2 forms, a red form that has your parliamentary council candidates and a green form with your municipal council candidates. You then proceed to a semi-private area where you actually cast your vote, and then you place the forms into the corresponding boxes. The boxes this year are transparent, so you can actually see your form go into the box, and then you're done. You have cast your vote for the 2014 parliamentary elections. There has been a steady flow of voters all over the polling stations here in the governorate. Numbers are in the hundreds, to say the least. People are still coming in. Parking can be difficult, but I ask the voters to bear with that in order to practice their democratic right. It is indeed a very festive atmosphere here at the polling stations in the Muharraq Governorate.
Dr. Mohamed, I want to ask you something. You told me about your experience when you cast your vote. How did you feel? You say that you feel that you are part of the democratization process, whether young or old, 20s or 30s, and I see people 50s, 60s, 70s, all voting. Why do you want to bring a difference to your country by casting that vote?
I believe casting your vote is extremely important. We have been given this opportunity since the National Action Charter that was endorsed by 98.4% of the population. Now, I was too young back then to cast my vote. Once I was old enough, I believe that it was an important, it's extremely imperative for me to make a difference, to choose the person that I want to represent me in the government. Now, we have been blessed to have a National Assembly, the legislative authority, in which we have 40 seats or 40 representatives that we choose according to their credentials, that we choose to represent us in front of the government, that we choose to make a difference in the legislature and in our country. So this is not just an experience where you just go and cast your vote for the sake of casting your vote, but you're actually making a difference, forming your country and forming the legislations and the new leaders that will take over in the coming years. So definitely I urge every Bahraini citizen and every foreigner with property in Bahrain now to go ahead and vote for the parliamentary and municipal elections.
Amazing. Dr. Mohamed, thank you very much, and we will come back to you at 2 o'clock with more updates. And I do feel from the vibe that you have there that the energy is amazing and positive in the Muharraq Governorate. And thank you very much for voting, and I hope that young people who do that represent a role model for all the young generation who go and cast their votes and be part of this democratization process. Thank you very much, Dr. Mohamed.